This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a gorgeous website or an online store. Do you feel like the vibe in your room is just kind of off? Then maybe you make some of these mistakes. Here are my 5 interior design mistakes almost everyone makes, at least if you ask me, because these are totally my own personal opinion. The biggest mistake most of us do when furnishing and decorating our homes, and the one that is probably the most easily avoided, is buying everything at once. We move in, the rooms are empty, we need stuff, right? So we figure out our budget and then we buy as much as possible within that budget. Big mistake, if you ask me. A home is not something we can create just like that. It takes some time to get to know a new place, to feel the vibe and to learn our own behavior within that space. Decorating a room to its full potential takes time. Also, buying as many things as possible for your budget means that you have to go cheap and compromise with your taste. I'd always recommend buying the bare essentials first, using your full budget for a few good quality things, then saving up to furnish and decorate your new home one piece at a time. This will get you better quality things that will last you longer, but it will also give you time to get to know your new space, to do research and to go secondhand shop treasure hunting. This way of shopping will save you so much money in the long run because you will end up with items that you truly value and will continue to love for years and years, maybe even for life. Now, that's a good investment. If you want me to make more interior design videos, give me a like. I always love it when you do. And don't forget to subscribe to not miss my next video. Okay. This mistake, I'm sure a bunch of you won't agree is a mistake at all. Too much artwork on the walls. Currently in our flat, David and I have exactly 0 pieces of art hung on the wall. As a matter of fact, we have nothing hung on the wall whatsoever. We have mirrors leaning against the wall, we have artwork placed on sideboards and coffee tables, but we have nothing hanging. Why? Because my experience is that once you hang something, it won't move. We don't tend to rehang shelves or artwork, and I want my home, when it comes to decorative pieces, to be in a constant state of mini-flux. Small changes here and there, moving a vase or a lamp or a stack of books, that will make you see your most beautiful items in a new light, in a new space. Another reason I find it too much artwork to be a mistake, again, very personal opinion, is because I love the look of walls. Walls in themselves are so beautiful because the simpleness of them is calming to the eye. And my #1 goal when styling my home is for it to be a calm space. A classic interior tip is to view dark colors as heavy and light colors as, well, light. This means that the most traditional way of choosing colors is by thinking that the lower you are, the darker the color. For example, wooden floors, ocean blue walls, white ceilings. It seems to be natural for us humans to want the heaviest, most solid color under our feet and the airiest, breeziest color above our heads. You can of course experiment with this as much as you want, but personally I do not like dark or overly detailed ceilings. I find it stressful, heavy, and sort of feeling like something will push down or drop on my head. I stay away from beams, dark hanging lamps, and any type of darkly painted ceilings. White paint with some maybe white details like a ceiling rose or plaster decor, that's it for me. Now, having a lighter colored floor than the walls, which is also breaking the old rule of thumb, I don't mind that at all. But I do know that some people feel that they get dizzy and feel a bit tipped over if the floors are white and the walls and ceilings are in a darker color, as if the world has turned upside down. Have you ever experienced this upside down topple feeling? Or the other one I talked about, as if ceilings get heavy or cramping you when too dark or detailed? Let's chat in the comments. You, there in the back, I hear you loud and clear. You're saying, what about those of us who love dark walls and ceilings? Who love rich colors and feeling like we're in a heavy, comforting cocoon home instead of a light, airy, spacious place? I hear you, and I just thought of a theory, so let me test it on you. Maybe there are 2 types of humans. Those who go searching for a cave and those who are happiest under the open sky. Maybe you feel most comfortable in a cozy, contained, muffled space with a cavernous feel and a fireplace. Or maybe you're like me, happiest in open spaces, high ceilings, white, where you can breathe deeply and hear your voice echo. Maybe some of you are simply cave women, while the rest of us are prairie people. Do we have any anthropologists in the room? If so, hit me with the facts. Either way, I do feel like most people tend to fit into those two categories of style, and I think it's a big mistake to not embrace it, whatever your style is. Sometimes it's so easy to get influenced by other people's homes that we stray away from our cave person or prairie person nature and start bringing in the core that just isn't us. Better to accept what our style is. It will make for a more cohesive and thought through design, and we will feel so much more at home because we listen to our gut. Speaking of, David and I have a podcast episode where we talk all about our plans to buy a new home and how we're reasoning around getting either a flat or a house in the city or in the countryside. So go listen, links in the description. Another big mistake is looking at trends when designing our homes. This is difficult because we're so influenced by what's currently trending, and it affects us so much more than we'd like to realize. I mean, how else would you explain the 70s? Yuck. Instagram and Pinterest are deadly when it comes to this. We get so inundated with the same sofa, the same vase, the same coffee press over and over and over, that after a while we start noticing ourselves mentally redecorating our whole home to fit around that style of this hot sofa. When I buy something for my home, I use the same tactic as I do with clothes. I simply ask myself, would I have loved this piece 5 years ago, and will I love it 5 years from now? The vast majority of the furniture David and I own are from 4 to 5 years ago when we first moved to Berlin. We took our time, we didn't buy all at once, and we were careful to get timeless pieces. When we moved to London, we brought almost every single piece, and I can't think of a single item that I've grown tired of because we bought something that just was trending at the time. Our stuff is all in neutral colors, timeless shapes, and I still find them so gorgeous, just as gorgeous today as the day we bought them. Success! So guys, do you make any of these mistakes, or maybe you don't agree with me that they are mistakes at all? Tell me all about it in the comments. Also, I have a previous interior design mistake video in the series. If you want more, link in the description. And if you want me to make a video of which interior trends I think it's worth investing in, do let me know. There are for sure so many gorgeous pieces that are timeless and built to last. Give me a thumb if you want more interior design videos. I'd really appreciate it if you do. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Do you want to create a beautiful site, maybe start your own interior design blog? If so, you should definitely do it with Squarespace. They have great blogging tools to share your stories, photos and videos to make it easy to reach your audience. You can also auto-post your content to Twitter, Facebook or Tumblr, and simply schedule your posts for them to be properly tagged, and the descriptions and titles will show up correctly. You can of course add your social media accounts to your site so that it's easy for your readers to find you everywhere. Squarespace also have great traffic analytics so that you can see how many people are visiting your site, how long they're staying for, where they're coming from and what they're interested in, like interior design or minimalism or maybe fashion, for example. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/jennymustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thanks for watching today, you guys. You are the best. Lots of love, puss puss, and hey do!
Let's get down to business. Yeah.
What kind of business do you want to get down to?
Well, I was just thinking of the song in Mulan.
Be a man.
No, let's get down to business. Isn't that what you're singing?
That's the song.
Okay, yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, exactly.
How long ago was it that we watched Mulan?